Okay guys, back for another cast on the druid. Last time I logged out in Dustswallow Marsh after completing a quest where I had to fight some level 46 ogre captain and beat him pretty badly, to my surprise. And now I'm in Tanaris. I brought two quests, a bit hard to see. These two, Slake that first, and Gadgetzan water survey. Plus I have a leftover from back when I did Sulfurak. I'm just gonna hand in these and pick up any sort of in the vicinity of 45 to 47. I actually think I'm done with the 45s, but let's just see. So Slake that first. Gives me this thingy here, and this is the quest from Sulfurak. I'm gonna probably no. I'm gonna go with the money, guys, but this is very nice hood if I didn't have the one I'm currently equipped, but with the spell power that's on even my damage and healing spells, I think the one that I have equipped is way better than this one actually, even with all this extra intellect. That's just my thoughts. Um, so, um, okay, I think this becomes a repeatable after I get this one. However, this does begin a quest. I'm not quite sure what kind of level we're talking about, but I can investigate here. Okay, it's a 46 and it just started on a timer, so you know what guys, I'm just gonna engage in this quest. I seem to recall that the testing kit here is what I got in Undercity. And by the way, I'm just gonna look. Yeah, okay, there's no other quest here that's that interesting. So I'm currently on this quest here where I have to pretty much kick the ass of all the wildlife here. I'm just gonna buff up a little, mainly with the mana recovery stuff. It's a quest that I picked up originally in Undercity, and from person A in Undercity, I have to go to pick up, I think, this testing kit thingy, and then I got the testing kit thingy now, and it's sort of charged, so each time I kill some certain wildlife here, there's a chance that I can get a person sample. So like here, here's an untested sample, I'm just gonna test it. So this untested sample actually turned into a good sample, and that means I got one quest item out of 24. It seems a good way with these low level mobs, by the way, to drop all my rested experience, so the quest is kind of perfect, even though it's rather repetitive, but yeah, it's World of Warcraft, guys. I think I need some hyenas as well. And there's actually no reason to, you know, every time I get a drop to actually test it. I might as well just say kill 5, 10 mobs, something like that, and then test them all. But I do seem to remember that 2 hours is way over what you need, so everybody can sort of do this quest, I guess. Or at least they won't fail due to missing time. Yeah, maybe if you were level 35 you would, but it's a level 46 quest, so you probably wouldn't be able to get it anyway. Decent shoulder actually, if I didn't have better. So I think I'm gonna collect like 10 of each. Then I'll test the samples, even though, yeah, I know I just need 8 of each, but like it's probably like 50% chance, maybe even less, in order to get the perfect sample from an untested sample. Go. Holy crap. That's some questing map, guys. It reminds me of back in the when you just start in the Barrens, the main sort of level 15 to 20 horde questing area. It looks pretty much the same. So as you can see, I can get this testing sample from any scorpion or any of those kind of mobs, the 3 mobs that I need. Their level doesn't seem to interfere with completing the quest. What one also can see is that I'm currently level 51, so if the mob is above 10 levels below your own... Oh crap. So I guess this paladin has the same quest. That sucks a bit, because then we are sort of fighting to get the same mobs. It's okay, I can go elsewhere. Yeah, let's get some mana back. The mobs, I seem to recall, they spawn pretty quickly, so it's no problem. It would have been a problem if we were like 3-4 guys grinding here, then it would have been a serious problem, you could say. At least to get this stuff, well, not in time, but it will just take longer. And now that I'm in the area, I'm just gonna pick up all these flowers here. Paladin, the Alliance characters seem to go the other way, so I just think I'm gonna go down here. And you know how, if you've seen some other videos, you know how I feel about experience, so I'm in no rush to get level or anything, so almost the lower level mobs I can get the better in order to blow my vested experience, which I got, I think, at least this level up. I haven't been playing for, I don't know, about a week or something like that, but I've been uploading, I always have a couple of videos extra to upload. So I'm gonna go with like 10 of each sample, and then we can see about the actual drop rate. Was lucky about the first of the scorpion ones. I got an acceptable sample. So that'd be 10 scorpion with this one, so I need 1 hyena and 4 basilisk samples, and then I'm gonna go nuts and test them all. Then that should tell us something about the actual drop rate of these, from 10 of each sample. that was the 10th hyena. I need some more of these. The basilisks. Yeah, I was hoping I could get a sort of lower level basilisk, but I guess I cannot. I think usually the basilisk are found sort of in areas like this, along cliffs, but not always. Yeah, doesn't really look like it here. And by the way, if you for some reason didn't want to end the quest, I think if the timer run out, you can get a new testing kit, and you get the testing kit from a repeatable quest where you can hand in some water pouches that you get from the pirates in the vicinity. By the way, there's a 50 elite here, yeah, guarding the entrance here to what would become an instance later, I think, in the Burning Crusade. Alright, let's do some testing. Gotta keep an eye on that elite, but I think he's pretty stationary here. So far it's not going too well. I don't think I got one yet. Great quest for Skinner, by the way. Alright, so out of 10 samples, I'm just gonna fall back to the initial area because, I mean, closest to Gadgetzan because the mobs are the lowest level there. They're around 41 and these are 44. Um, but from 10 samples of each, I got 2 Basilisk, 4 Hyena and 4 Scorpion. So you could say the drop rate is 20% and 40%. But I think it might be random. But it's in that neighborhood, you could say. So the drop rate could be like 30% maybe. So I guess the only time you don't want to do this quest is if you see a lot of other players engaging in it, as you have to travel somewhat more on the map in order to get the mobs you want. So I think I'm just gonna go for 10 of each sample again. Interesting. Okay, so I even tried to burst him down because I could see it was casting something, but okay, it's just 13 seconds stun, or 11 seconds, a pretty sick one. Yeah, and with these sort of low-level mobs, I do become a little lazy and not using my root spell a lot. I think I'll use that, of course, at a higher level. I think that comes pretty natural, actually, using that, because the mobs will hurt a lot. If I was farming, say, yellow or even red mobs. So that was another 5 basilisk samples. I'm just gonna go for just for the fun of it, or fun in sort of marked up, you could say, but it's more like to find out what have a better idea what the actual drop percentage is here. Nice fat critters. Guess it's about time to buff up again. I still had a couple of buffs from last I did that elite in. Just gonna rebuff the elite here, guys. When I did that ogre dude. Oh, this one can wait. In Dustful Marsh, that elite. So I had some increased hit points for starters. I obviously don't need those now. That'd be 9 tests. Let's see if we can find one more. The basilisk seems to be the worst. To find anyway. There we go. So that'd be 10 more of those. Off we go for hyenas and scorpions, and like I said, just around Gadgetzan, the mob seems to have the lowest level. As you can see here, they're fairly close to Gadgetzan, so they are around level 43. If you get closer to Gadgetzan, they are down to, I think, the lowest of 40. But 41 mobs would be optimal for me. That's the way I get the least experience. As the mob is then 10 levels below me. Yeah, sure, I'll take the 40s as well. a nice grindy quest if one is in that mood, which I think I am today. Nice and chill here. Oh. We can actually find a rare here, guys. Let's go get him. Just got him before the Pella, perfect. Oh, not the Pella, so I think it was a rogue. Yeah. I don't think this was anything special. Well, 18 spirit. Yeah. No. A leather. Cloth, it might have been good for a priest, maybe. Anyway, let's see. 40. Yeah, sure, I'll take it. Alright, let's see. Yeah, 6 and 5, okay. So let's see, one more hyena and 2 more scorpions, and I'll do a new test. Guess I've been missing out on my defense and staff training, but rarely do you get them this close to each other. I mean the skill ups. So let's see out of 20 samples in a couple seconds. See if I can drink meanwhile. Nope. So it looks like I killed a few too many scorpions. I'm already looking for more of these guys. Seems to be my weak spot, you could say, testing wise. You could be suspicious that this has a lower drop rate than the scorpion thingy, but it might just be coincidence. So 20 sample netted me 9 and 8 and 4, so it's pretty close to, I would say, let's see, scorpion. Okay, the only one that does, well, I do have enough scorpions and enough hyenas, so I only need these, the basilisk now. But at the quest isn't completed, quest will still show like I need everything, so the map is no help when it looks like this really, but That's just how it is. I'm gonna look for some more basilisks. But it seems that the hyena and scorpions are very close to 50%, and then the basilisks are like 25% probably. When I get 4 out of 20. Well, actually, it's more like 20%. I seem to recall I got a little spooked because I haven't noticed this guy before. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with 10 samples again, I think. Maybe 8. Who knows? Yeah. Screw it, I'll go for 10. So 3 more samples and I can test for the final. I saw one up here. Just looking what's going on here. Not a lot, sort of low level stuff. So yeah, one more sample and I can imagine I got enough then. Alright, let's check it out. So 10 out of 30 is, yeah, 33%. And the others here is out of 20, so they're like 40. So I think the actual number is, yeah, 30 to 40% for these drops. And this might just be completely random why one of the samples was a little harder than the others. So let's hand in, and there's a timer after all, even though I still got over an hour. Alright, so I can bring this stuff back to Apothecary Zinge in Undercity, and I will probably off screen. It's quite a travel. Just gonna sell all the crap I got here and repair. And this is where you can get golden scale cloth. So Bori died by a lightning, I don't know, mob, and it's one of the mobs in Durotar, in just outside of Orkribar. I think these mobs reside here in this sort of canyon-like environment. Anyway, back to this quest. It's up here. There's a little lake here close to. I think there's quite a few troll elites. 45-ish, something like that. You can dodge those as far as I recall, but you have to be prepared for some kind of ambush when you do this testing sample. And we're talking this one Gadgetzan water survey quest. I'm pretty sure the quest ends in Undercity here. Let's see if it's useful. Pretty odd stuff here with strength and spirit and stamina with, cloth with agility and intellect. Decent, I guess, healer back, but that's it really. It's not fantastic at this level. Nothing special. So these guys, of course, are to avoid it if you don't want to fight some elites. I can imagine some of them use whip and stuff, so I'll leave them be. But like I said, there can be some kind of ambush here that's a little nasty. If you're not prepared for it, I mean, don't do this at half hit points or something like that. There we go. There's actually two of these guys here. I'm gonna root the other one here as well. I'm just gonna run off. I don't really need them. And by the way, I can only root one mob at a time, so you can see. But it was a good way to sort of escape those guys. Bingo. Back to base. So 2 level 47s ambushed, and it was 46 quest, so yeah, it probably should have been. Yeah, I can imagine the mobs that can spawn are probably 46 to 47. But usually Questy will sort of upgrade the quest then to a 47, so heads up Questy. Schillernde Perle. just gonna see. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna do this quest as well, guys. Another grindy one for the team, so to speak. So this one changed in from level 46 water test to 47. I have to get some insect parts, and the main reason that I do this quest now, because I was actually sort of hunting level 46 quest, is that I do have a lot of room. I mean, I need still like 70,000 experience, so I can do a couple of 47s, no problem. And the other quests I have in the area are 49. Yeah, 49 plus. So otherwise I would in this area have just, you know, a single 47. I might as well get it done, I guess. And the quest is done down here. These trolls are pretty much the same ones that are inside Sulfarak, and they are just, I don't seem to recall there's any quest, or there might be, by the way. There's one of the quests where the trolls drop, I think, troll sweat or something like that. I might be able, now that I'm thinking about it, to get those drops outside of the dungeon itself. That might be nice. I played my warrior, who is level 57 at the moment, pretty much the same way as this guy, so I want to grind as much reputation as possible. It's just the way I like to play the game. And it was a little painful for me, you could say, to do Sulfurak twice, because then all of a sudden you have a problem grinding all the quests and getting full reputation gains, simply because I got too much experience. But that's another matter. Anyway, the guys that I need are here. And I prefer to avoid these guys. They have these little bodies that are quite annoying. Not so much for me because I got thorns, but if you don't have any kind of AoE, they are very annoying. Especially for casters. Yeah, and the acceptable quests here, if you had it on top, I can throw those out, of course. I'm pretty sure these guys are sort of connected with these. And I guess the most scary part here is, well, don't fall down in Ungoro Crater, but that can be avoided. It's more like, you know, you're getting a little sucked in this area here, and the mobs are sort of rising in level as well. I like to get the green guys here, like this one. Without getting too much attention. Get this guy as well. not bad, 2 in a row. Just gonna take a sneak peek down here, see how the levels down there, but no one's full. But it seems like, you know, the further you get inside, the higher level the mobs are. So from 47 to 50. Not to mention that if you fuck up, yeah, pardon my language, if you screw up a pull here, you might end up getting 2, 3, 50s, maybe even more with these sort of small guys close to you. So I'm just gonna sort of run out if possible. You know, the good old escape route. I should think I got one now right behind me. What I mean by escape route is always have an escape route if possible. So when even if I got a patrol that I don't want to engage, I know exactly which way to go. Should sort of dodge it. You and your poison. Yeah, I'm just gonna drink. So I guess this is quite a huge area, as you can see, and I've just been grinding like in the northern part here. I'm just gonna follow the ridge line here and maybe see if I can sort of range pull some of the mobs up here, just to play as safe as possible. $50, yeah. I think this is sort of the, you could say, the elevator out of the area, because I think the some of the other mountain sides here are simply too steep. You won't be able to climb them if you make a bad pull. It's not like the area is that hard to sort of avoid getting a bad pull, but I seem to recall from in the southern part of the Barrens, there's an area much like this. It's like a level 25 area, something like that, where there's sort of these small sentries as well, and I see not a lot of people, but some dying there because they get sort of overwhelmed by the power of these small guys, especially if you haven't got any AoE, which I do sort of against a lot of small mobs with small glass cannons, you could say. Not so many hit points, but a lot of attack. Thorns is very exceptionally good against that. Let's see if we can find what we have here. 49, yeah, I'd like to avoid that. Oh, and apparently I can't use this counts as inside, I guess. Oh, no, actually I was in combat, don't know, I have no idea why actually. Lots of 49s, 50, well, sucks. I didn't know that, well, I didn't notice that I was in combat. This area is really sucking you in order to get to the mobs that I want. Like these small sentries are talking about is these sort of swarmers there. Yeah, so we got one here. Just gonna pull him to me. And while was sounded like German accent. While I'm waiting for a suitable target, I'm just gonna drink. A suitable target will probably be this guy. And your root spell can sometimes be a disadvantage actually. Let's say I rooted this guy and it doesn't break and a patrol comes close to... Oh shit. Okay, that was intended. No idea what I just clicked there on my keyboard. Just another reason why I'm not that fond of the latest Windows version. Let's see... 48, yeah, I'll take this guy. I mean, there's so many hotkeys on your keyboard and you don't even know what it's for, and it's quite annoying that it overrides this game. It's usually it's pretty rare that I make a pull that's life or death. If something like that happens, so the possibility that I'm gonna die due to clicking the wrong hotkey is limited, but I could imagine later on it would be quite annoying, so maybe I should find out what this hotkey for office is. Probably better now than in the middle of a boss pull in a future raid if I get that far. If I ever get that far. So still 2 to go of these insect parts. One to go. But yeah, I've seen people die here, not a lot, but some. Well, I haven't seen it, I mean like from Deathlock, I mean. And to be honest, currently I haven't really got an escape route, except where I came from. Meaning running back this way, but it's not a completely, you know, getting out of there. The problem here is there's a lot of crisscrossing patrols, and then some of these guys have these like smaller sentries on top. But I'd like to get, there's a 47 down there and a 48 with an escape route up there. Seems tempting. Bingo. Perfect. Back to town. And the irony being actually that before I started this session or recording, this episode, I went from Gadgetzan to Theralis in order to set my hearth, because I thought the quest that I had didn't seem enough for an episode. But you know, sometimes sort of innocent looking hand-in quest will turn into an hour-long grind or longer. But that's just the way it is. So I can imagine this is about it. I mean, usually, very rarely, a quest when you turn it in will lead to a quest of a lower level. I've seen it a few times in Desolace, which obviously is, to me, seems like being a mistake. It's something like you hand in a level maybe 45 quest and you get a level 43 in return or something like that, and it seems very odd that that the quest leveling would go that way. Let's see, direct path is up there. And yeah, don't look too much at the map while being outside, but it seems like the lowest I got, of course, is the 47 that I'm about to hand in. And after that we are talking, let's see, 49. And that's how I do it, of course, trying to leave a quest hub that's where the quest is sort of very similar level. So now we are talking 49, 50, up to 53, and I even think that 53 is a quest that's picked up here but done elsewhere. Kind of funny when I see this hill and we got the town below. It just makes me think of it's a perfect observation post for PvP if anyone's home in the city. But actually, I don't know if you can even get up there. I have to try now. Oh yeah, it's actually possible. Interesting. Didn't know that. Anyway, I'm gonna hand in. see where our guy is in there. And this guy, by the way, well, I'm just gonna hand in. This guy has some very nice alchemy recipes. I'm just gonna sell this and this. And I think looking out with my alchemy buddy here, just gonna sit down. I bid you a fair farewell. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next episode. I'm gonna hand in this one meanwhile, the one I completed initially in Undercity. Yeah, so see you around. Take care, bye bye.